Hi everybody. I wanted to do a video uh, showing you my supply hauls for 2018. I'll probably have to shoot this in a couple of videos and splice them together, but I wanted to give you an idea of some of the things I thought I would need to make my projects, miniatures as well as mixed media projects this year. Now, it's not an extensive haul. These are just some of the essential tools I figured that I wouldn't have a problem being able to use, so that I wouldn't be hoarding them or anything, but actually be able to use them in some projects. Now, I got these from several different places, including dollar stores, and I just wanted to sort of say up front that if you are beginning, a new, or an exploring crafter or miniaturist, don't immediately go out to the stores and start getting expensive supplies and tools because you see other people who are more experienced and more invested in this craft buying those tools. You can get away with buying cheaper, more like amateur or student or intermediate supplies until you decide whether or not this is really something you want to do long term. And if it is, then you can start investing in those expensive name brand tools and products. But if you're just beginning, if you're just starting, if you're just exploring, trust me, the beginners tools are going to do you just fine. It's not necessarily about your high priced tools. If all you know how to do is draw a stick figure, it's not going to matter if you draw it with a $60 tube of paint versus $2 tube. So if you're just exploring, you need to get the tools that will help you practice and hone your craft, not be worried about some kind of name brand products, or kind of like running around trying to get everything everybody else has. You may not be at that level yet, but this is something that anybody in any entry level can get into and do some very good, decent work. So my tools are not at all like super expensive or anything like that, and I'll try to remember. I just have a little Mod Podge here. I'll try to remember where I got everything. And the most important thing, too, is I'll start with the found objects. These are tools I forgot I had. Like, they've been in desks and in boxes and stuff. And sometimes you go through some stuff and you're like, oh, I didn't even know I had that. I can use that now. So one of those things is this. I think I got this either from Tuesday Morning or some kind of dollar store, Five Below, something like that. And it's a glittering tool. It comes with a spatula, 2 funnels, a scoop, and a brush. And of course you can use this if you're working with stencils, if you're working with beads, if you're working with sand, or any kind of granulated small particles, salts, whatever. So that will come in handy for that, and it's super cheap. I also found these old Simply Art acrylic paints. It's probably student grade, but it will do for whatever project I'm going to be working on while I'm exploring mixed media, and it's also perfectly fine for my miniatures. One of the tubes, and I've had this for years and years and years and years. It was like in a box somewhere that I hadn't looked in for a long time, and only one of the tubes was dried out, but that was because the top cracked. So these are all still good tubes, and this probably cost $3 or $4 or even less. Alongside that, I found this watercolor set that hasn't been used at all. So this is also years old, and I pressed all of the tubes and they're still fluid. Another found object I'm going to be using for my miniatures is this is styrofoam from packaging, and so is this. I just put the styrofoam on the inside, and I will use this to stick bamboo sticks or skewers in, and tape my little miniatures or other projects that need drying onto these little cubes, and they'll be able to hold them steady while they dry. So that's just found object. That's just styrofoam from packaging. Now, this I got from the dollar store. And it's a marker and watercolor pad. Now, don't scoff at it or laugh at it. Of course, it's not premium watercolor and marker paper, but for what I need it for, or for what I anticipate using it for, I think it will be just perfect. And I think if you're a beginner or an explorer or a newbie, this will be something good to invest in. You don't need to buy all of those expensive papers. Just practice on this kind of thing first, and it should do you just fine. Of course, if you have all the expensive papers already, go ahead and use them. From the dollar store, and that was from Family Dollar, and so was this. I got some art sand to be able to use in miniatures, and of course you can glue this on projects and paint it, and that probably cost $1 or $2. The most expensive thing I got from the dollar store actually was this Model Magic air dry clay. This is the first time I saw my Family Dollar had offer this, so I wanted to try this and see how it's different from oven baked clay. But this was about $4 a pack, so yeah, for something that I don't know how it's going to work, I thought that was pretty pricey, and plus it's a kid's modeling clay. I'm not sure why it's $4. It should have been like $1 or something for that small amount. Okay. Now this is an eyelet tool. Okay, this was just like, I got this from Lowe's, or I think I got this from Menards. It was like $2, so I was like, I had to get it. I think typically it was like $4, $5, $6 or something like that, but it was on sale for $2. It comes with 100 eyelets and the eyelet setter. And then I think this also came from Menards, this 17-piece hobby knife set. It either came from Menards or the Dollar Tree. Wherever it came from, it was extremely cheap, probably $1 or $2. I got this wire cutter. It looks a little bit sturdier than the one I have now, and I got this from the Dollar Tree, along with this 3-pack of rulers. Can never have too many rulers. Now, from Target, I found this watercolor pencil set. Now, I've never worked with watercolor pencils before, so this was a great find for me, and it was on clearance, so I got it to be able to work with watercolor pencils and test them out and see how I like them, and I'll be using that Crayola watercolor pad for that. Oh, and here's another found object that I found going through some boxes. It's like a double compass set, so that will come in handy. From Walgreens. I've been looking for this forever. Haven't been able to find it. CVS, Walgreens, wherever. But my mom was in Walgreens the other day and saw this there and picked it up. And I was like, wow, that's perfect. I've been looking for that forever, so now I have some. This also came from the Dollar Tree. So always good to have a good set of manila folders. I'm going to stop my video and come back because my time is about to run out. Now, these are the things I got from Walmart. This will go with my watercolor paints. It's a folding paint palette with 17 wells. And these are really expensive when you buy like the name brand ones online. And this, to me, is probably exactly the same kind of thing from the same manufacturer, same place. And I got this for like maybe $1 or $2. I got this pack of 100 multi-temp glue sticks. So, nice bulk buy from Walmart. I got this pack of jumbo craft sticks, and this is mainly going to be for my dollhouse miniatures. People like real life dollhouse minis, and the Square to Spare, they encourage everybody to create their minis with wood. I'm not that great at wood yet, so this is going to encourage me to practice making miniatures with wood. Now, along with that, I also saw these super jumbo craft sticks, and had to pick them up because like this is like way bigger than the box. So picked up that. From Walmart as well, I got this big 4-pound box of plaster of Paris that I'm going to be using to do projects with. I haven't decided which projects yet, but this was probably like $4 as well, so had to get it. Then I told you in a previous video, I think it was my Canon Rebel T6 miniature video that I made, that I had a box of Scoby that lasted me for like forever, especially for the tiny amounts that I was using for my miniatures. But when I went to Walmart, I had to pick up 4 more because I anticipated, now that I'm also doing mixed media projects, that I'm going to be needing more of this clay. Now, this is the very basic Scoby original clay. It's super soft. It's even softer than Scoby's Primo clay, and it's definitely softer than Fimo clay. It's super soft, but I'm used to working with it, and I know how to work with it, and I know its properties, and it's very easy to work with. So if you want to explore working with clay and stuff too, I suggest you get this. And not sure, those packs were probably like $4 a piece. And then I saw this, and I think people make fun of this apple barrel craft paint, but I am not going to make fun of it. I'm going to use it with the intent of creating the best possible art pieces I can with it. I'm not a paint snob or anything like that, and for miniatures and mixed media art, I think this will do just fine. It's a nice 12-pack. And I don't know what all the colors are that come in it, but you know, should be able to mix and match the colors that you need. So I say get you one of these 12 packs as well. Now, you can never have too much. Oh, let me catch that. That'll be next. Stay. And you can never have too much black and white, so I got also the 16-ounce black and white paint. Now, from Walmart, I also got this set of peel and stick foam sheets. I wasn't trying to get peel and stick, I just wanted the foam sheets. I was going to do some stencils in the style of Sona Gregorian from one of the videos she did about how she textures her clay, and I don't think she uses peel and sticks foam sheets. She just uses regular foam sheets. But I'm gonna make this work since I grabbed it and I didn't really see that on there, but I'll try to make it work. Now, in terms of paper, my caution is, you know, you can go out and get you some fancy papers, but like I said, if you're a newbie, you don't want to be spending, paper packs cost $20 and up. You don't want to be spending that kind of money if you are just beginning and you don't know how far you want to go with this craft thing. You can find these specialty, really great quality papers. Die Cuts with a View is my favorite brand, along with others, but these are premium papers, and if you want to use some, I suggest you get them when they're on sale, or get them in these smaller packs if you're just practicing with them. If you don't know too much about scrapbooking and stuff like that, or you don't know, how you're going to use these in your junk journals and things, I suggest you not get the premium kind. Get something more affordable. This came from Walmart. This is Color Book, and I just got two of the same paper packs. Sometimes I do that, especially if I think the pattern is pretty or I think I can stretch it far. So, you know, these are one-sided papers. They're not premium, they're quite thin, but if you want to just explore having paper packs and stuff like that, go for these. This probably was a couple of dollars versus $20 for the stacks that you get from Michael's and Joann's. But if you want to get stacks from Michael's and Joann's, wait till they go on sale or use your coupons. Now this, along with my Walmart haul, was a gift for my sister. She went to Walmart and she's like, I'm going, you know, if you want to go, I'll buy you whatever you put in the cart. So that's always good. That's a blessing, and I appreciate that. I like when people invest in me and bless me, and my family does that. They're my biggest sponsors and supporters, and they always have been, because I've been an artist my entire life, and they know you know how much I love this stuff. I'm not just in it to explore. This is me. This is who I am. This is what I do. So my sister picked up this Prismacolor pencil set for me and gave it to me, and I was like, wow, okay, cool. And I already started organizing them according to, I think her name is Coloring Bliss, something like that. She has a system of separating her pencils into triads for the best shading options when you do coloring. So my pencils didn't match hers exactly, and I may keep them like this, I may not. I just have to do the swatches, and she has a whole video on how to do your swatches. And if you go to her website, she has a nicely priced product that you can download that will give you all the color wheel options and all of the, you know, color triads and things like that. But I'm just gonna go make it on my own. I'll just, you know, but I encourage you to go to her website and download that stuff, because she's done all the hard work for you. So yeah, this is not like this is a premium purchase. So if you're going to be serious about coloring and stuff like that, then you can invest in that. If not, get you some Crayola coloring pencils, and I mean to start practicing. Now I also made some resist medium. Stacy gave a recipe, just Vaseline with a little bit of that 91% alcohol squirted in there, and it's going to help your distress inks not be reactive when you add other layers and stuff on top of them. So I'll see how that works when I find something to use that on. I just wanted to have it made. And then this is my little glitter stash. I'm going to stop my video again because I can see my time is running out, and I'll come right back. So this is my glitter stash. This is where I keep all of my little glitters and my little glitter Converse. I have no idea where I got this shoe from. I think it was from one of the little cheap makeup shops around here, but it was a long time ago, and this was also in a box. But it's still, I was like, oh my gosh. It's still super cute, and I have a lot of glitter. I'm not going to take it all out. But all different kinds, and so things like this is what I use as my glitter. These are like eyeshadow pots, glitter you know, glitter eyeliner, and this stuff is like regular glitter, but I do have loads of glitter eyeliners. So that is all in that stack. Let me put that back in nicely, because I don't want glitter everywhere. Love glitter, don't want it everywhere. And I will put that back later on. Now here's something exciting. This right here is my first ever Aliexpress haul. Yes, it's tiny. Let me get these glitter shards up, because that will annoy me. It's tiny, but this is my first time ordering from Aliexpress, and I was leery in the first place of doing it, and you know, I just didn't know. I was like, is it a scam? Is it a, just goofy stuff. But I was like that when I first ordered from eBay too. I didn't trust it. I was like, what is this kind of, But so I placed a small order, and this small order was probably about $17. But I'm happy. Everything came, so I got this small. I have the normal size rolling pin from Sculpey. This is a clay roller. So I saw a tiny one on Ali, and I got that one. It's not from Sculpey. It's just an acrylic roller. So some people have been saying that you can't say Aliexpress in your videos or something like that, but it's a legitimate company, and I'm not talking about knockoff designer goods. These are just generic tools. So I don't think there should be a problem with that. These are not specific to any company. Now, this is something I've been wanting a long time, these large ball tools. And I have a couple of sets, but I wanted these, and they were super expensive online for some reason. But I found these on Ali for, I don't know, like $3 or some $2 or $3. So I had to jump on that, because I think online and other places they're like $8, $9. I have no idea. That's insanity. So this will almost complete the set. I think there is one more set of ball tools that can be like either in between this or maybe even a little bigger. So this was a premium buy for me. And these are the Sculpey tools just in comparison. So you can see that these are like really, completing the set. And these are probably what everybody has in their craft room, like the nail ball tool set. So these are also graded from small to large, but that's small, that's medium, going up a notch, and that's the large ones. I bought one die from them, and this was the Christmas tree die, which I really wanted. Probably cost me about $1.20 or something like that, and it works nicely. I got a set of stamps for making, clay tiles, or for doing mixed media backgrounds. And then I got this jumbo, well, this was a separate purchase. Been looking for these plunger cutters for clay, and this is a big, ginormous, wonderful set of 33 plunger cutters. Lots of different types of flowers, some hearts, some leaves. So I won't go through all of them, but it was a nice 33-piece set, and I probably got it for about $5. So that's my first Aliexpress haul. I can put these back in there for now. I can definitely recommend it. Now, you gotta be careful. This set is supposed to come in 29 to 39 days. It took about 2 months for this set to come, and so that held off me doing this whole haul video, waiting for that little thing to come. Now, another set of found objects. Okay, so if you're doing miniatures, or if you're baking clay tiles, you're going to need some ceramic tiles to put in your oven. And this is just my small selection of tiles. Because I work in miniatures, I don't need giant tiles. But now that I'm working in mixed media, I may need giant tiles. So these all came from Zero Landfill Chicago, which is a great organization that design houses when they get done with their old product, or when they're ready to turn over their supplies and invest in their new stock. They give all of their products to Zero Landfill, and for free, and anybody can go there. You volunteer to unload all of the trucks, and then you can take whatever you want. And I'm telling you, they have spectacular stuff: building materials, art supplies, machines, tools, whatever the company is willing to let go. If you're volunteering for Zero Landfill, when they drop the trucks off, you get the first pick of whatever you want. And so I've gotten a lot of materials from them. I consider them a sponsor of all of my art videos as well as my family, so because they've given me a lot of tools, and that's where these came from. So these are just little round ceramic and glass tiles. Now you want the glazed ones for your baking projects, because you don't want the clay to stick to the unbaked and to the unglazed ceramic tile. So get glazed and it'll peel off. Here's one. Now this one was together, but I stepped on it by accident, but it broke in two nice little pieces, so now I have two nice little tiles. And then these, and you want various sizes for various projects, and that's self-explanatory. Now what I do is, this is just a recycled piece of cardboard, and I put all of these, you know, if I have a project or something that I'm working on, you can put all of them on there however you like. They're not going to fall off. Pick them up and you can, you know, put them in the oven just like that and take them out with your pot holders and stuff like that. So that's that. And one other thing I made was some texture paste, following some videos that I saw online, but I'm not too happy with this one. This is the second batch I tried, and it came out like, this one is better than the first. The first one came out like slime for some reason, and I was following the recipe. I actually doubled the recipe, but it came out like slime. This one is slightly like slime. It doesn't look like a paste at all to me, but it works, this one. So I have a friend who is sending me a new recipe for texture paste, so I'm going to try that. And that completes my supply haul for 2018, and you will see me using all of these different things in various projects. And I may even come back and do a simple little project with you today. Maybe I'll do how to create your own stencils. Alright, I'll see you back in a bit. Alright, I'm back. I had to insert this other part. This is another mini little haul that I did from the Dollar Tree and Target, and these are supplies that I'm absolutely certain I'll use. They're not for me to hoard, but I believe I'll make great use of them for my projects this year, so I'll show you those as well. Okay, now this is 200 index cards from the Dollar Tree, and you can do mini canvases, you can do mini projects, you can do mini artwork, you can do what I call premium ATC cards, and this is the size I use for my ATCs, and I call them premium because the 2.5 by 3.5 just really doesn't work for me. But I could, I'm going to do a project with the standard size, but I really like the premium size ATC. So whenever you see this and me talking about ATC, you'll know I'm doing a premium ATC. If I cut it in half or whatever, or size it down, then I'll do the standard ATC. And I do have a project coming up with standard ATCs. I found this. Now, I saw these foam sheets on eBay, and I think they were $3, $4, $5, $6, and they happen to be at the Dollar Tree for $1. They're supposed to be like texture sheets, texture foam sheets, but the texture does not seem to be that deep to me, but I will try them out. And if nothing else, I will use these because they don't have a sticky back, and I will use these for my stencils that I use for my clay tiles in the style of Sona Gregorian, and I'll do a tutorial on that as soon as I do that later on. I saw something online, I can't remember where, I'm sure it wasn't a YouTube video, it probably was a blog spot, somebody's blog, where they did some cool stuff with these tab hole reinforcers, and I will be doing my version of that and a tutorial on that later on. It's a cute little project you can do with these. And this came from the Dollar Tree as well. It's 544 of these for $1. I saw this also at the Dollar Tree. Now I have a lot of glitter, but this is a different kind, and plus I like the little jars that it comes in, and I can upcycle those when this is done. But this is like the honeycomb cut of glitter, which I like. There are some kind of translucents, some metallics in here, so I like that as well. And I guess we all can kind of imagine what we would use glitter for. Then I saw these. And I always wanted to, I've been looking at these on eBay to get a pack of these, but again, they're probably like $4 or $5 on eBay, and I saw these at the Dollar Tree for $1, so I picked these up, and I'm going to try to experiment with these somehow, and whatever I do, if the experiment works, I will let you guys in on it. But yeah, wanted to pick up some of these as well. Now these I had it already, but I think these two are kind of like essentials in your craft room, especially if you're building miniatures. I'm not sure what you could do with them if you're just doing art, but you probably could find something to use them for. But these are levels, and these are 2 mini levels that came in some kind of thing that I bought, and I thought, wow, that's fantastic. So mini levels to make sure things are level and even. I got this from the Dollar Tree. These are really nice little storage containers. They kind of remind me of those little acrylic paint pots, only slightly bigger, and these will come in handy if you like DIY your, like I did that resist paste and all of that kind of stuff, or if you just need small storage for little beads and trinkets and little clay miniatures that you make. This is a found object, and this is deli paper. Now this I got from my local supermarket near the bakery section. Like if you pick up a loaf of fresh bread or a donut or some kind of roll or bun. And I just took a few because I wanted to try out a technique with these. So I mean, I don't think it's a criminal offense to take a few of these. Don't just go and take a giant stack or empty out the whole box like a nut. I mean, other people have to use them too, but if you take a few to practice with, that shouldn't be a problem, because you can always buy these online later if you really like working with these. I got these 2 little testers of Gloss Mod Podge. I have the matte. It's a small one, but yeah, I wanted to try these out. So even though this is small, this is even smaller, but I wanted to try it out. Something else I'm going to be working with, and this is found object from around the house, is parchment paper. And I'm going to be thinking of things to use that for. Then I found this Angel of Mine baby powder at the dollar store for $1. So this is if you want to make your homemade texture pastes and gesso and all that kind of stuff. So I will be trying this out. Then I picked up this bad boy from the Dollar Tree, and it's really cool. So what I want to do with these big sheets of paper, is make like painty papers for my journal. And when I say painty papers, I mean just papers that you design and paint on, not papers that you have to, keep every scrap of like leftover paint on, like it's, compulsive, gotta save all the paint, and then all the goopy stuff that you save, you call it a painty paper. No, I mean like designing papers with paint. Then from Target I got these 2 really cute glass jars. I'm not sure how many ounces they are. Looks like it's about 8 ounces. And I can put my homemade gesso or texture paste or something like that in these. So got those. And then one of the coolest things I saw at Target that I picked up was this silicone mat. It was on clearance. So I had to get it. It's kind of like a la the I guess Brutus Monroe type mat or something like that. So there, that's pretty cool. I've been looking for a silicone mat, and this I'm going to use as my non-stick surface to do things like even jelly printing. I'm going to practice making some jelly prints on here, and I love this really big format because it's almost like getting a ginormous jelly plate. So I will be practicing doing jelly art on this nice silicone mat, and when I do that I will kind of test things out before just to see if it works, and when I do I'll come and do some prints and show you guys how to do that and do some tutorials on that. But yeah, so that will be the last haul, like seriously, and I'll come back and maybe do a quick project with you, okay, this time. Okay, bye. Okay guys, I made a decision. This video is probably going to be very long, and instead of doing a project at the end of this, I'm going to link here, or somewhere where you can go to the quick tip project that I'm going to do. And so follow that link, and I'll meet you back right here. Okay, bye-bye.